Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to adjust the skin tones in an image, and you can actually follow along. Go into the project files folder on the CD and open up the skin tones folder, and you'll find this skintones.psd file right here, and you can follow along. Okay, now when it comes to skin toning, if someone wanted me to skin tone something, I would just immediately go to the color balance. Now, if I wanted to create more of like a special effect to an overall image, I would probably use levels or curves. But when it comes just to skin toning, I really have nice control using the color balance. So let's go right up here to image, come down here to adjustments, and I'm going to come right over here to color balance. Okay, and one of the very first things I'll do is I'll just move the slider here, the very top slider. I'll move that towards the red a little bit. Okay, the red will allow us to get more of like the darker, or like a darker tan type look to the image if that's what you're looking for. You don't want to move it over too much because you're going to end up having more of that sunburn type look. But just the reds, okay, that'll really bring out the, the dark tan colors in the image, or maybe they don't have a tan. A good way to give somebody a tan would be add a little red in there. And if you want, another thing you can do is come down here and just kick back a little bit of yellow in the image as well. You want to bring more of the rich, nice tan, dark, light brown tan look into the image. Add a little bit of yellow in there as well. Slide the lever over to yellow and you can get that look. You can see this is what it was before and this is after. So it's more like a rich skin type look, So anyways, down here where it says tone balance, the default setting of midtone, the midtone setting here generally works just fine. If you have a darker image, you may want to select shadows, or if you have a brighter image, select highlights. But I found that just adjusting the midtone area usually works just fine. I don't need to go into these other areas very often, but you can click in these areas over here and also adjust the image, and you can see it change as well if you need to do that. But that is how I would do it. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but when since I didn't mask the image, you can see when I make changes here, it doesn't, not only does it change the skin, but it also changes the background of the image as well. You can see this is before and this is after. And so if you want to just mostly just dial in on the skin, let me show you something here. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of this. Come right up here to select and come down here to color range. Okay, and the color range is really cool because what we can do is actually select a range of colors that we want to change only. So I can come in here, move the cursor just outside of the color range dialog, and you'll get this little eyedropper tool. Bring that eyedropper tool and click on her skin, or click on skin, and you can see the color range start to just dial in just on the skin. You can see the skin areas are the most brightest areas in the color range preview here, and that is what we want. I can come over here and click down here. You can see it works the same way. Now, if I click back here, you see it's not going to work. So just go ahead and click that eyedropper tool right on an area on the skin, and then adjust the fuzziness to brighten it up as bright as you want. Or you can just keep clicking on other areas until you can really narrow it in just on the skin itself and nothing else. So you have a nice blend there. And when you have it, go ahead and click OK. And you can see a selection being selected around. Now you have a selection around some of the stuff in the background, but it's nothing really serious to worry about. But you can see we're mostly selecting the skin here. So all I have to do now is just come up here to edit, come over here to adjustments, and select color balance once more. And so I can really see what I'm doing. I'm going to come over here to view and just uncheck the extras. The extras are what's in the show section here, like selection edges. And so we don't want to actually show the selection edges. So I can actually just uncheck that right there, or just come over to extras and just turn them all off, just to get rid of them all so we don't see them. But then I'll come in here and just turn up the red a little bit, and look at this. See that? And I'll bring over the yellow. So we're just affecting the skin mostly, and none of the outer background areas on the image. So there you go. And you can see this is what it was before, and this is after. Okay. And that is how we do skin toning in Photoshop. Okay, that's one way to do it. Okay, so try that out on some of the images you have, and you might really get some nice rich tans and tones in the actual skin. And so try that out and see how your images turn out.